Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a minute since I last posted. I feel like at this point I've only posted once a year whenever I have new planners to show you guys. I know that I have been in the rabbit hole of just watching nonstop YouTube videos of trying to figure out what my 2024 planner lineup will be like, and I'm still trying to find my planner piece, if that's what you call it. And let's just get started. Today we're going to be unboxing the Sterling Ink planners. To be honest, I don't really even remember what I bought just because I did do the pre-order back in June and it just arrived today. So let's just get started, and I hope you guys are well. To be honest, this is going to be a very honest opinion. I've never really bought anything from Sterling Ink. I've bought none of her stickers. Maybe I did buy her common planner for 2023, the half year, which I have been using for work, and I actually find it very useful. And near the end of the year, which is now in November, I feel like I've grasped it even more in terms of how I'm going to use it even more to help with my career in 2024 and what that's going to look like, and why I bought 3 of Sterling Ink's planners, which I still do actually have Hobonichis as well. I will be gifting whichever one that I will not be using for work to a friend who is new to the planner community. But anyways, let's just get with the unboxing. First of all, June. You're buying this in June. I just cannot fathom buying something in June. I totally forgot about it until I was trying to figure out my planning system for October, and then it started popping out in my YouTube feeds of like, oh, new planner lineups, and I was like, oh crap, didn't I buy something? So lo and behold, it did get shipped, and it took a good 3 weeks. I live in Canada. I don't know how it took 3 weeks to get here, which is to me like bonkers that my shipments from Japan takes faster than shipment from Canada, and we're on the same continent. Like, it's insane. And I also did have to pay $33 Canadian of customs as well. So adding, the currency of USA to Canadian, and then also still having to pay for customs, and also having to purchase something back in June and really figure out your lineup in June, I honestly feel like it's just not manageable. So that is a big drawback, I think, if you're someone that is indecisive, who is not really sure and still haven't made the decision by June, and still all these other planners are coming out. It's a lot, I feel like. And to be honest, like, I don't know if I will continue to be purchasing from Sterling Ink, just because of all these factors of long shipment times, still having to pay for customs, and having to figure out your planner piece and your lineup by June, which is literally halfway through the year. No. Unless she finds a new way of the pre-order, or a little bit closer, like maybe August, even September, and then getting it. I don't know. I get it. I get the whole pre-order thing. It is a small business. I get all of that. So anyways, that's just my personal opinion of how I feel. So I do have 3. So this must be the freebie that it comes with. So you can see here. I'm really rusty, so I don't even know where the camera is. So you have this one. You have this. It's like a card. And it just says, thank you for your order. Cute. So I have 3. Okay, so let's box the first one. And I got it in mist with no gold foiling, so it's just white. So this is what it looks like. And then it says 2024 common N2H compact full year planner. And then again, it's in white. I've never used, this first time obviously she made them, so comparison from the Hobonichi weeks to the common planner. Right. So very similar size. It is a little bit thicker. I did not get the mega, so this is just a standard Hobonichi week. So very similar, I would say, just a little bit thicker. This part definitely is thicker than last year's common planner for sure. I do like the texture as well. Just very first impressions, I unboxed this. And then I did kind of set up my weeks already in my Hobonichi, so I will probably go through that in a separate video. So very similar, I would say. So basically, you only get the full year for 2024, nothing else. Whereas the Hobonichi, you do get the 2024, 2023, and also the 2025. So that's different. And then similar, you get extra grids here to maybe write important dates that are like important to you. And then basically you get a separate grid lines, so blank grid lines, and then your Q1 with your basically your rundown of the quarters. I do have a plan for how I'm going to use this. I just haven't really decided if I do want to use a weeks or a A5 for my work planner. I just feel like sometimes I feel like there's enough to write in, and then sometimes I feel like there isn't enough. But it is a very beautiful planner. I would say it's very simple. I do feel like the numbers are a little bit darker, the font colors. So that is great. So, and then I got the compact just because I originally really wanted this to replace my Hobonichi weeks. I do like the fun designs. I did really like the weeks in general. I do use it every day. I did fall behind on my journals, I feel like midway through the year, and I have really gotten back into it and really found the system. And I've been really enjoying the Hobonichi weeks. So that's why I got the compact version, just because I don't actually really use the back pages all that much, but I do feel like I do have something in mind for next year anyways. So this originally was going to replace this. Now I don't know. So any planners that I don't use, obviously I already sticker this up, so I feel like I will be gifting this one away. Next up, we can do the A5. So originally my thought process was not using Hobonichi anymore. So this would basically replace this. That was my intention. However, with the designs and then with, again, everything I talked about earlier, like how long you have to order and then the process and then still having to pay for customs, I don't know. So this is the A5, and I feel like not a lot of people got the A5 version when I was sifting through the internet, but this is 2024 A5 full year common planner, so I didn't split it. I still will either choose the A5 or the B6 as my work planner, but I have figured out a system, and again, I just don't know if A5, I need an A5 size or a B6 is okay, because sometimes, again, I just feel like some days I'm just like, I just need more space in terms of writing one thing per day. And with my new role, I do feel like there's going to be more things on the go. So this is the A5. I got it in black. Again, no foils. And then in the back, it just says Common Planner designed by Sterling Ink. Love the texture. It is different from last year, but if you have to be honest, if you have like a cover on it, it really doesn't matter to me all that much. I didn't buy the covers because I think originally I didn't see covers when I first bought them when I pre-ordered, but I'm not going to buy another shipment just because, you know what I mean. So this, I don't know if you guys can see the full planner. So I'm just gonna try to move this. Hopefully you guys can see it. So terrible at angling this right now. So hopefully in my next video it get better. So definitely do bear with me. I honestly just do not like this part in any planner. You can see in my cousin, I actually taped it down. There is typically like a secondary for this one. There is also like an additional like page, and I just taped it. I just taped it, and I think it makes more sense to me just because this is just taped on by washi, just in case I don't like it. I can just always remove it. But like, I feel like this page gets missed a lot just because there's like an extra page and you flip through, you don't really see it. But then I just taped it and I put the Coffee Monsters Co. Pictures there. Anyways, so first thought, it fits beautifully, like the layout. 12 the months, and you have the weeks here indicated in gray, and then it is a Monday start all the way through Sunday, and then December. So this, no complaints. You got a blank page and then basically a goal breakdown. I didn't really use this last year in my split common planners, like full between the, it's like an, I can't speak, it's like an EVEC, basically like a half year version. So it didn't really make sense for me to write my goals on one planner and then having to write it again on my second planner. So if I have it all in one, I can just maybe look at it a little bit more. But to be honest, I don't really use this one, and I still really haven't thought of it. But here, I do have decided how I'm going to use this. So A5 size, I just wanted to look at it, to be honest, to see the size and how things are formatted with the font. To be honest, this is really small in terms of the font size. Not sure if you can see, but like, I have no problem with eyesight. To be honest, it's better than average, and even to me this is really small. To be honest, I feel like it could be a little bit bigger. So basically I do enjoy the quarters basically are stacked up here together. So how I'm going to use this planner and how I did it originally here, I can show this part, is where I have a legend of my colors. So each day that I did work, it would be a different color. If I had a day off, if I was on vacation, or I work from home. So this is something I definitely want to do in terms of my work. So my schedule is very, very flexible, I would say. Sometimes, like this year, I had 3 months off. So basically I didn't work from March until like June. So I wouldn't be able, so I would know like which days I were just on vacation, where I was just completely off, basically unemployed, right? And then starting from July all the way to August till November, I basically worked every day of my life, like nonstop. So I do want to see that color, and then by a full year, I feel like you can really see how you used your time in a full year in terms of work. So that's how I'm going to use it for 2024. I haven't really decided what I'm going to use it for here. Again, I don't really know yet. This one, I am contract based on projects. So I want to know, like, for example, if I have a project that is maybe expiring in March, I would write it here. So I know when my project contract started and when my project contract ended. It could be 3-month contract. It could be a 6-month contract. I don't know. So I do want to see more how long each project contracts are. And then I do get commission based on how many homes we sold. So I am in the real estate industry. So based on how many homes we've sold that month, it calculates into my commission as well. So I want to know basically each day how many deals we've done in a month, and then collectively that would be my commission, basically my pay, right? So I do have a salary, which is very minimal, to be honest. It's like nothing after taxes. And then commission is basically how much money I've earned, which is a big chunk of my income. So I want to know when I'm having money and when I'm not having any money, right? So when I have 3 months off, I don't even get a base. I'm basically unemployed. They cancel my contract. They don't want to pay me, which is fine, right? Because I then know how I'm going to spend my money, right? And so I kind of want to see that more. And then in terms of goals here, then it's not only do I want to know when my contract end and begins, how much they are, based on what it is. So sometimes I always have to Google, like go back to my emails and like look at my contracts, like, oh, how much did I get per door again? And I have to like come and calculate it. So obviously I would not be showing this to anyone as well. So I do keep my planner, even though on my desk, it's always in my bag. If I need to write something, it's always in one of these pages. Like they don't really, no one looks at my planner, to be honest. Here definitely is just more high level meetings and appointments. So if I have like a manager's meeting on every Monday of the week, I will write it here. I have an admin manager's meeting say every Thursday, I would write it here. Or appointments, big high-level events, I would usually write it here. I don't really use the sidebar anyways, so maybe I'll just put some stickers on here to begin with. And that's how I'm going to use my monthly view. It's just whatever is penciled in, I will usually put it here. And then if something doesn't happen, I'll just cross it out and then move it on to a new date. It's a work planner. I don't really care about, you know, like aesthetics per se. And then basically then here, I would refer back to each week of what appointments have been penciled in and are confirmed. I would then move it to here in the weekly spread. So I know like, okay, I have a manager's meeting basically every week, first week of a Monday, I would like put it here, maybe even on the time. I have stuff that may happen this week or deliveries that may happen. I would put it here. And then once they do get delivered on a specific date, I do populate it onto the weeks in here. And then I would just cross it off. So that's how I would use it. Originally, I did use my common planner as my catch-all planner. I did per personal and work because like sometimes I do get off at 7 or 6. Then I have all these chunks that I'm basically not using. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I need to backfill like what I did this day. So no, I want to dedicate this planner solely into work. So yeah, say that I do have a meeting on Thursday at 9 a.m., right? I am going to pencil it in here and maybe I'm put it in a different color, but I kind of also want to know like what 3 major tasks happened that day. So whenever people say like, oh, when did so-and-so come in? I'll be like, oh, fuck, like, sorry, no profanity. Like, oh, they came in on this day. So when I look at it, I'm not flipping through the daily pages trying to figure it out, especially when they're undated. You're like, this is more for notes. You're going to be so lost. But when you know exactly what happened on a weekly spread, it's easier to flip through. It's easier to find. I feel like you have more of a story and a timeline that you can follow, which is better than just putting it all in your notes per se, if that makes any sense. So that's how I'm going to use my weekly spread basically, and I'm going to dedicate this planner solely for work. So that's how I'm going to use it. And then in the daily section, originally my B6 right now, I just have a long, basically just notes that go on nonstop. And to be honest, it does work currently because I'm not on many projects, but I feel like for next year, especially in Q1, I have basically 4 projects going on at once. And if I put them all notes in on one day of all what's happened, I'm not going to remember. So with all these pages, I think I can kind of gauge how many notes I need per project. And I'm going to tab them basically of the whole project that I'm currently selling on each. So then it's like, oh, if it's a project for X, I'm like, okay, let me refer to my notes for that. And then it's more sectioned and filed off, I would say, and more organized that way, rather than it's like, oh, February 1st, and I have all these stuff notes written down and I'm like looking through each one, especially if I don't color code things. So that's how I'm going to use the daily section for. So that's how I envisioned how I'm going to use my work planner. And I'll keep you guys updated in terms of how that goes, because I feel like it's a pretty solid game plan, I would say. And then finally, I did get the B6. Again, this was originally supposed to replace all my Hobonichis because I didn't want to order from Japan anymore, because again, you do have to pay for customs. And I wanted to support a smaller company, right? If I ever find a company that is Canadian based and is a small business owner, I usually will just gravitate towards that business, and I want to give all my money to these people essentially, rather than like a big company. So I do want to support smaller shops, and that was my original plan. But unfortunately, the covers got to me, the timeline got to me, and then I got slapped with the customs when I picked up my package. And to be honest, I was just like, what's the point? What's the point? So I also did get the B6 full year common planner as well. Also in the white edges, I didn't get it in any gold foils. So I am still debating whether basically it's the same, just between the A5 and the B6. I really do love the size. It fits in my little bag very well. So this is the half year, and then this is the full year. So I do want to see it more in a full year. So this is the comparison. And I don't know, to be honest, I'm still like debating. So if I choose this, then I'm gonna give my friend this. So I'll see which one I ended up picking. But to be honest, maybe based on the volume of work that I'm gonna do, I feel like I'll need a A5, but I just also love the size of a B6, and it has been working for me so far. I haven't decided, so that's currently my haul for Sterling ink. This one, I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this one, to be very honest. So it's no fault of Sterling ink, and it's solely on me. I originally wanted the vertical one. I originally wanted this, I think, as a catch-all planner. So if I am no longer putting in the weekly section of like what I did after work or before and after work, I wanted somewhere that it still lives in, and I thought maybe this one would do. But I have decided, and I have already set up my planner. I just couldn't pass on the Panda one. So I already put the stickers in here. So for sure, I will be using the weeks. So I might be gifting this one away. So look out for that. So I'm definitely sure I will resurrect my IG and also another YouTube video. Maybe I'll do a giveaway, and then I'll put them definitely back all in the packaging, and then also the box, and then I'll ship it to wherever, just because I don't need it, right? I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's very rambling in terms of my videos, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and if you're not, I hope your day gets better. Have a good one. Bye.